All right, what's up, everybody? Hold on. Hello? Testing, testing. Problem is I had no game sound. Oh, guys.
Represents one of the most innovative vehicles developed during World War II. Itself.
There we go. Now we're cooking with grease. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? All right. I got Regis. I got Reggie. 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 Um. Let's see something.
Early foray into robotic warfare undeniably paved the way for modern-day unmanned. The four-port war's legacy, therefore, extends far beyond its limited wartime success, marking an important step in the evolution of democracy. Well, the Hungarian gold train. One of the lesser-known yet striking vehicles of World War II was the Hungarian gold train, a special train used by Nazi Germany to transport vast amounts of looted valuables from the Jews to Berlin. This train wasn't carrying weapons or troops. It was loaded with stolen gold, artwork, priceless cultural treasures confiscated during the Holocaust. The Hungarian gold train started its journey in 1944.
Leave this one to me, but you can't.
Shorty. Shorty. Yeah, I bought Regis 899,000 because I was able to sell, but finally I sold my legendary weapon gear for my barbarian because I'm not gonna play my barbarian. I'll play rogue and wizard. That's it. I finally made my decision. So, yeah, and more than two characters, it just gets chaotic for me. Now I might use my other characters when in certain events so you can get more material, but other than that, but I didn't delete them though, because you never know, things can change. But right now, I don't plan on. Okay, now we'll do some appearance changing, people. Okay, I think I won't change colors. Oh, I don't want I think I'm gonna do black. Or should I do? Should I do that in blue? All right. Change color. Okay. So I'm trying to think. I think I want that. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it was that blue. Secondary. Stick between. Okay, whatever. And then no, I don't like that. I gotta figure out what part I want white.
Was essentially a sturdy, reliable workforce. Typical trucks. Wide tracks allowed it to traverse mud.
That's horrible.
Areas where roads were non-existent or several versions, including the standard cargo transport. specialized variants artillery pieces. Its versatility was the backbone of the German logistical efforts on the Eastern Front, helping maintain supply lines despite extreme weather and terrain. Although not heavily armed, the Schlepper-Ost's practical design and road capabilities made it a key player in Germany's secret arsenal of vehicles adapted to the unique challenges of war. Its name roughly translates to tracked carrier beast, highlighting its intended role in battle of functions. Gas gun, one of the darkest and most sinister vehicles used by the Nazis during World War II, was the gas gun, a mobile killing field designed for mass. Like traditional vehicles, the gas gun was a horrifying innovation in the jets on the fire, originally adapted for ordinary delivery trucks. Gas vans were sealed airtight and converted into open gas chambers. These were loaded into the by carbon monoxide poisoning during transport. These vans were used primarily in the carry out deliveries of fixed extermination sites, making the process more covert. Developed in the early 1940s, gas vans were a grim step in the evolution of Nazi vehicles. They allowed executions without the need for permanent infrastructure. Fuel efficiency and secrecy. The vans were operated by units such as the Einsatzgruppe for networks. These companies used to run history where vehicles became tools of mass rather than transportation. Carrying with greater mobility and secrecy, avoiding the need for fixed facilities, and reducing the risk of detection. Gas vans represent a horrifying intersection of engineering atrocity. Number 8. Schwerer Gustav. Among the most colossal and impressive vehicles the Nazis ever built was the Schwerer Gustav, a super heavy railway gun designed to demolish the toughest fortifications. This massive artillery wasn't just a weapon, it was a monster. Constructed in the Schwerer Gustav was designed to break defenses in the French Maginot Line. It weighed an astonishing 1,350 tons and fired shells weighing up to 7 tons over 29 miles. To put that in perspective, this gun was literally a city-smashing monster on rails. Because of its enormous size, Schwerer Gustav couldn't move on its own. It required specially built railway tracks and a crew of hundreds to assemble and operate. Setting up the gun took days, and firing it was a slow but devastating process. It was used only a handful of times during World War II, most famously during the Siege of Sevastopol in 1942, where it helped destroy Soviet fortifications. The gun's incredible firepower came with huge logistical challenges. Assembling and firing, it was a massive operation. Still, it symbolized Nazi Germany's obsession with super weapons that could keep the tide of war. Number 7. Rocket. Hidden from the world, the V-2 rocket embodied Nazi Germany's most sophisticated wartime innovation. This was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile, capable of delivering devastating destruction to targets hundreds of miles away. But behind the powerful V-2 rocket was an equally important piece of technology, the Mählerwagen. The Mählerwagen, named after the company that built it, was a specialized mobile trailer designed to transport fuel and prepare the V-2 rocket for launch. This rocket developed in the early 1940s, the V-2 and Mählerwagen combo revolutionized missile technology. The Mählerwagen's mobility allowed the Nazis to launch rockets from hidden or mobile sites, making them harder to track and target by Allied forces. This mobile launch platform was essential for the operational success of the V-2 campaign, which terrorized cities like London and Antwerp in the war's final years. Without it, preparing the enormous complex V-2 rocket would have been nearly impossible. Number 6.
Beezler by 103R Reichenberg. The Reichenberg piloted missile was Nazi Germany's bold, lethal gamble in World War II combat. Essentially a manned version of the infamous B-1 flying bomb, the Reichenberg was designed to be thrown directly into enemy target missions. A desperate attempt to increase accuracy and damage. Developed in 1944 as part of the Luftwaffe's secret weapons program, FI-103R took the B-1's pulse jet for a pilot. The idea was that a human could guide the missile with greater precision, potentially turning it into a more effective weapon against Allied cities.
Yeah, some reason this blue always looks better. Okay.
Due to the high risks for pilots and ethical concerns, even within the Nazi regime. Training pilots for these missions proved extremely dangerous. The project was ultimately abandoned in favor of other strategies. What makes the Reichenberg especially notable is its blend of rocket technology and change for our wartime innovation. Number 5. Land Cruiser P-1000 rocket. The Land Cruiser P-1000 rocket was one of the most ambitious, downright bizarre Nazi theater projects of World War II. A proposed super heavy tank weighing an unbelievable 2.2 million pounds. It was designed to be a mobile fortress armed with naval guns, anti-aircraft weapons, hit armor capable of withstanding the war. Stretching over its own steam-powered with more of a land.
Yeah, that's good.
Demolishing fortifications.
That's crazy.
Roads, covered with special infrastructure to operate. Though it never moved beyond the drawing board, Rada stands a striking example.
That's pretty cool.
Symbolizing wartime ambition.
It's okay.
Ultimately, impractical.
That one's okay. I like spikes. I really.
While Hitler approved the project, it was canceled by Armaments Minister Albert Speer in early 1943. Before Schmidt Me-323, carrying heavy loads across the front, the Schmidt Me-323 became one of Nazi Germany's most recognizable transports. Designed to haul heavy gear and troops over long distances, the Gigant earned its name for the crucial role it played on the Eastern Front and in North Africa. With a wingspan of nearly 177 feet and a length of about 98 feet, the Me-323 was essentially a flying cargo base. It could carry up to 44,000 pounds of cargo or around 130 equipped soldiers, making it one of the largest transport planes of its era. Unlike most aircraft, it used 6 engines to lift its heavy loads, which unfortunately made it slow and vulnerable to enemy fighters. What made the Me-323 special wasn't just its size, but its ability to deliver tanks, artillery, and even small vehicles directly to battle zones where traditional transport methods couldn't reach. However, its slow speed and large profile made it a frequent target for Allied attacks. Despite its vulnerabilities, the Me-323 played a crucial role in logistics, allowing rapid movement of men and machines across difficult terrain.
So you can't see it.
Its design was a practical response to the needs of modern mechanized warfare, combining aviation with the demands of heavy transport. Number 3. Risk and innovation collided in the second.
I can just do this. I like flowers.
Designed as an upright, the Zeppelin Rapper's primary. The brand developed late in the war, this plane was built for one purpose: use force wings to literally crash into Allied bombers, sacrificing itself to take down an enemy. The idea came from the desperate need to stop relentless bombing raids with limited resources and aircraft. The Zeppelin rammer was designed to be popular enough to approach targets, equipped with minimal armament since its main weapon was the aircraft itself. Pilots trained for this kamikaze-style tactic, understanding the risk involved. It was a high-stakes answer to overwhelming enemy air superiority. By 1944 and 45, Germany was losing the air war. Desperate measures like the Zeppelin rammer emerged as last-ditch efforts to defend the Reich. This vehicle symbolizes the extreme lengths the Nazis went to in their struggle for survival. Though few were built, few were saw combat. The Zeppelin rammer stands out as a fascinating example of wartime innovation, driven by urgency and desperation. Angle 162, A1 Volkswagen.
Okay, I'm working on the weapons right now from here. Oh. Still was worried. Yeah.
Innovative design. Single turbo jet mounted atop the fuselage, allowing for a quick build and simplified maintenance.
Whoa. Accuracy. What the?
Piloted by the Volkswagen, ordinary citizens travel.
You know what? I might keep these weapons for a while. So I forgot about. I don't know that. Okay. Critical severity. Okay, here we go. Critical severity, standard recharge speed. So not exact. Okay. That's 500 for.
Turning the trains into conveyors of the logistics involved staggering planning, reflecting the industrial scale of the trucks.
Yeah, I need my critical severity, so that's fine.
The ability to reach remote points inside occupied territories, it became a symbol of the cold efficiency with which the Nazis.
Yeah, and that's funny because that's what I happen to use. So whoever I bought these from, they had already unlocked those, so that's what's awesome. Yeah. Cloud of Steel. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, Cloud of Steel. Increased damage. That's weird. Manage reinforcements. Oh, shoot. Whew. I don't like that. Alright. So we got accuracy 17.9. Oh, I can re-roll it to get it closer to 25. Okay. I gotcha. I mean, that's pretty. You can see where he re-rolls certain ones. He re-rolled this one, which still not, but yeah. Okay. Oh, I can buy reinforcements now for this armor. It's gonna be a while before I get, yeah, especially this. So arms, chest, and feet, right? Yeah, arms, chest, and feet. Okay, good. Um, Forgot about that. I can do that. Uh, we'll put in major. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, where was I at? Okay. Okay. That advantage. So this is neck ring. Wait, let me see what. Accuracy. Okay, major accuracy. What does this work? Head, head. Okay, good. Oh, so I need from arms, chest, and feet. Like head, armor, feet, arms. So let's stick with that right now. Yeah, I think it's always been a combat advantage. You know what? Let me make sure I don't have anything on this yet. Okay, so I need combat advantage for these two. I'm not worried, and maybe this, yeah. Basically, things that I'm not going to be. I put this on first because it's gonna be a while before I get any better armor than what. I still need to get the headpiece from. This is the epic armor from the new location. What am I doing? Okay. So basically, you just slot these in. Okay, this is a 355, so no reinforcements. And these, I will definitely not be getting a higher of those for a while. That's why you got to make sure in the feet's 35. Yeah. So the head, I still got to get the headpiece from the new map. Awesome. Whoa! Okay, never mind. I was about to say, no way my accuracy went up. It went up to 40, though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright, how much money do I have left? Okay. So let's go get the combat advantage for 2 pieces. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm drinking cold coffee and it makes me cold coffee. Makes me burp. I don't know why, but I can't drink hot coffee anymore. It messes up my stomach, my pancreas issues. Like, there we go. Major combat. Okay, so these applied the waist. So, oh, nice, they're cheaper. That's good. Let's do that. Well, at least those were weight. There's a nice price in one of the accuracies. Wait a minute. Am I going to use this? I'm just thinking that. So. Whatever. Okay. I got to figure out something. That's me, punk. Okay, hold on. What was that? Okay. That's all 550? Okay, never mind. This your commander's critical severity. Yeah, I need to do that. I think I should do this. Huh? What's on? Oh, okay. Ugh. Okay. I don't have the. I thought I had. I had the deep crow. I don't have the deep crow on this kit. Hard barbarian. Yeah. Nonsense. Yeah. So. Damage went up. That's what I'm saying. It takes a while to get used to this stuff. Like the two, I can switch it. Like one. Strike power. Yeah. I would say. That's what happened with this man.
Looking at it.
Huh. Oh, that's even worse. What? I don't even know what I have right here. That's all I have. Wow.
Today, start this today, start this today, start this today,
That's weird.
start this today, start this today.
Prestigious Rolex Series event.
Quick strike needs to go up.
Spring with golfers. Well, to get that close to that distance. 15.
Okay. Actually, combat advantage. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, color advantage and combined rating. I mean, this one's good, but I need to upgrade it, though. This is what I need to be using too. But then my combat advantage, like I need that. I like it. I want this does. Power went up some, but my accuracy went down. So okay. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I'm gonna start using this. Oh. Ooh, what a day. So I got that for, so I'm using this to give me 8.3% more at will. So my at will daggers to do 30% more. This has helped me against bosses. But honestly, if I had something else, like I'd like to use that, but see, it brings me my stats down, but it brings my. It's so weird how this works, man. It confuses me sometimes. I don't know how it takes into account that, I can't figure it out. It seems like put this right here would give me, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, let's see, that's Peter Pansy. But I already have them in there. Yeah, there's nothing else. 750 once every 30 seconds upon taking damage, trigger a buff that reduces. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm a DPS. Deflect. I don't care about that. This is defense to increase your defense. This is pretty good, but you're part of pack. 2.8% power, but that's not going to do anything. There's a chance of using that willpower to restore separate. That's not going to do anything really. This is defense stuff. What's this? Defense accuracy. I mean, that's good, but let's see what happens if I put that. Okay, so it stays at that. It's interesting. And it does give me more accuracy. So that's pretty cool. And oh man, my at will is definitely going up. So basically I'm doing 18.3% more damage with my at wills because, well, with my L2, my Cloud Strike, because I've got because my legendary gear and I forgot to change this back. Accuracy. Yeah. Please don't go down. Yeah, right here. Oh man, that's looking good. That's looking good. I need them spread out, man. Oh my gosh, they're dying even just smoke now. I can tell a difference. Definitely tell a difference. Awesome. Yeah, I can tell a difference, man. It's just like, yeah, I watch Aragon's builds because he does spreadsheets. I've talked about that. If you want to find out, you could type in any character in Neverwinter on YouTube and type Aragon Wizard build, Aragon Paladin. He literally gets access to the servers and he can try out everything before the mod even comes out. So he lets you know he does spreadsheets on how to get to 105K, where to go to get everything. You could print them out. But I just do screenshots of his build so I can do. But this is what I'm running. I'm running this right here. I'm getting 18.3% more damage with this because I got two mod or a companion thing and another. My weapons have 10% more damage with this Cloud Strike, so I'm doing total 18.3% more damage, which is crazy. And then this is just the build. You basically you go invisible. You do the knife. And then you do the smoke, and then you do the knives, the path of blades, and then you can do an artifact call or your companion, whatever. And then I'm using this right here. If you look at it, it's kind of right here. This is freaking crazy. Lurk through the shadows. Your stealth meter regenerates very quickly. basically when you proc this, it gives you 40% more damage, and it gives you your stealth right away. So basically, I can use this, and then I can do my rotation right here, which will do 40% more damage. So, and then I have 11% more damage to bosses from Batiri companion. So that's, and then this is the build I'm using for AoE. The single targets, I think this one goes up here, I think, but I'm always, now I can do a lot of single target damage, don't get me wrong, but I just prefer that I'm using a tenacious. I'll show you how it works. Do that, smoke. Oh crap, I didn't have my knives ready. I think I accidentally hit my knife. If you see how fast I'm getting, I mean, look how fast I'm already getting up to like. And that's what you want to see. You want to see those crits and those. Let's see how fast. This guy. I mean, okay, here, I'll show you what I'm saying right here. Watch how fast. Okay, go invisible. Knife, smoke, blades. And usually they would be dead, but this guy got away. So we'll try it again right here. Oh, yeah, come on, punks. Yeah, they're done. Look how fast I'm killing that guy right there. Freaking insane, dude. Are you sure you want me closer? Let's go. Boom, boom. A couple of them died with the smoke. So I can definitely tell. Because at the end of the day, the stats should look like this, right? The power, accuracy, combat, critical strike, critical severity sets on DPS. I mean, you want to make, critical severity and power are probably the most important, then critical strike, combat accuracy. But at the end of the day, you want all of those things to be at 90 to 100% eventually. That is your goal. And it's very hard to do because every little thing, because like I'm saying, I just bought, so crazy. You see, I bought reinforcement. So I have a major accuracy, it gives me 880 accuracy. So I bought 3 of those for these 3 so I can get my accuracy up. And then to get my combat advantage up, I bought one for these 2 things. So these I probably will keep wearing for a while. And then the rings, I'm not going to waste my money because I can get good rings. And but this one right here, I probably will do maybe. I don't know. The shirt. And I just got Regis finally the other day. I was like, he's account wide, 899,000, but hey, whatever, I don't care. He's still like one of the best companions in the game. I mean, honestly though, if I'm by myself and there's a lot of enemies, I'm probably going to use Minotaur Mercenary because he groups them up. Minotaur Mercenary is, I mean, I don't know, I haven't played with Regis long enough to say he's my favorite. I'm not going to go by just what people use. But, like I said, my main is a wizard that's 112k right now, or maybe 115k. And so, but I'm slowly, once you get to 90,000, dude, it just takes so long because I got to get, okay, this is fine. I'll probably keep this one, but I need 2 more high level, like I need the gun and I need the knife, assassin's knife, to replace this one and this. Or, replace something. Because that's what you got to do. Crazy, man. I can't believe how fast see, this is, man. This is crazy how much damage how much more damage my L2 is doing. L2 was not doing that much damage yet. Let's see this. Yeah, it's just getting so fast. That's crazy, bro. Like, if y'all knew what it was the other day, y'all would be like, what? But yeah, 18. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so I got this right here. The Siege Master is really good. I have him account wide from the Zen market, but he gives you 8.3% more at will damage. Okay, so that's your L2 and R2, basically your blades. And then I'm running, what's the other thing I'm running? It's giving me 10%. Oh yeah, and this is so I can actually show y'all. And then I'm running this right here. Oops. Okay, I'm getting critical severity and accuracy from this right here, but I'm also running this right here, which gives me 10% more damage with Cloud Strike. So it adds up 18.3% more damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just, you know, when you start putting it, yeah, I mean, look at that. Freaking Regis, look, I mean, oh my lord. Okay, we need to play some dungeons, man. Let me see how many, yeah, I'm gonna play some dungeons and stuff so y'all can see him actually at work. I mean, I've been out damaging so many people. Like, the rogue is just, I mean, this rogue would probably out damage my 100. No, my wizard is very well built. Like, my wizard sometimes I out damage rogues, which is hard to do because rogues are pretty much right now the #1 DPS if you do them right. It's all about, you know, just because you pick a rogue, it's all about the build. That's why I say go to Aragon. He literally has the best. I've never had a build, like, every time I've used his build, I've out damaged most people. Like, you know, because a lot of people don't even look up builds. They just play this game and have no idea. But if you really want to, you know, get your character at, you know, that's what it's about. It's about building, you know, trying to build a character. That's why I like it. That's why I like this game, because it's a challenge, but it's not too challenging. It's like not a pain. I mean, sometimes it can be a pain, but I've been playing it 8 years off and on, so. So let me see something. I want to see. Okay, I want to see how much. Okay, so I'm already halfway to. But honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna buy. I don't know if I'm gonna buy weapons because all the I think sometimes all the perks I have on my legendary weapons right now, like the 10% and then the extra crit, extra accuracy. I don't think it'll be as good as the epic legendary, because the epic legendary weapons from this map, I'll show you. I think I got a free tell. Yeah, I'll show you what these are the weapons I was. This is why I was doing the Toad, because I was going to get these because they're higher level. Right here. Okay, I mean, you see how much more critical severity, critical strike. You see how much, you know. And then it's more than double the item level. But all I'm gonna get is I'm gonna get 0.25% power. I mean 0.35 critical severity, and it can stack 10 times. So basically, at the best, I'm going to get 2.5% power, 3.5% critical severity. That's it. But then, like I said, I'm running 469 critical. I mean, like, let's see something. Okay. Yeah, I'll be losing, but look what I'll be gaining though, compared to what I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this. This is the other one I gotta get. So I gotta get basically 100. I gotta kill that freaking. So here I get my accuracy back. See what I'm saying? So now, you know, it evens out. Basically combat advantage I'll be losing, but other than that, that's it. But I don't know if all the artifact abilities are. That's what's. So the numbers, these numbers, you know, the fort, accuracy, and then, I mean, if you go by the numbers, you look at the legendary on the right, and you see 450 accuracy, 900, and 450 critical strike, and then you look at this, and you're like, whoa, that's 2,475 critical strike, 2,475 critical severity, you know, and then, and also with this, you know, accuracy, you know, 450 accuracy, 2,651. Then fort is kind of, I think fort is power and something else. I can't remember. It's like two things. But, and so you might think, oh, well, these weapons are definitely better. And they might be. But that's what I'm saying. But you got to look at, this is what I'm saying. That does 10% more damage. Now, does that cover, does that make it worth it? But not only that, you're getting this stuff too, right here. I'm able to switch this if I want to and add more fort or add more whatever stamina, but I'm using critical severity. And then even this, I'm able to add accuracy up to 25. I can re-roll it to try to get accuracy, or even power, critical strike. You know, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, sometimes it's hard to decide, and sometimes there's not videos that really, there's not a video where I can type in and say, is the weapons from Pirates, is the blood, brass, dagger weapons better than, now I can go probably look on some website. There's different websites, but I don't care that much, you know. There's you know, there's not so far I will go in this game. You know, I'm not, and like I said, also with Destiny 2 I've been, you know, I had over 16,000 hours in Destiny. I've been playing since Destiny 1 alpha and beta, and ever since then, off and on, you know, so I had Destiny 1 and 2, around 16,000 hours. And so I'm waiting on the new Destiny DLC that's coming out Tuesday. It's basically going to be the closest thing to a Destiny 3. They're changing everything, the mods. It's crazy. The mod slots are not going to cost. It's the way they're doing everything is different. So I'm pretty much, if this doesn't make me like Destiny again, then I'm just done with Destiny. You know, I'll play it a little occasionally, but they're also having this Star Wars DLC that's coming out. And that looks awesome. You're going to have a lightsaber and like just all, because they've been doing a lot of collaborations with like Mass Effect, Ghostbusters. All right. You can literally buy, like I bought the Stormtrooper, the white outfit, you know, and you can put shaders on it. You know, if you play Destiny, listen, Destiny 2 is awesome, guys, especially if you've never played it before. I mean, like I said, I've been playing it for 11 years, pretty much constant. Except recently, because I don't have anything to do. I've literally have all the exotics except a few raid exotics that I haven't been able to get dropped. That's it. I have all the armor up to date. I have, you know, my character is like 240 pretty much, and that's like almost the max. But yeah, anyway. But I will be on, just to let y'all know, I'm going to be on Destiny. I need to shut up. I can't, it's hard for me to talk and focus and play at the same time. I need to learn to do that better. But, yeah, so starting Tuesday, I will definitely, Lord willing, if we're all still here, the world hasn't blown up, I'm going to be doing that Tuesday. I need to roll my camera so I'm like, all right. So yeah, so Tuesday I'm definitely gonna be on Destiny. And there's a big update a while ago. A few minutes ago, I had to delete. I had to move my Call of Duty. My Call of Duty had 200. I have maybe, I don't even have all. I do have all the Call of Duties, but some I sold the CD, so I can't play them. But I still have like 3 Call of Duties. I have Black Ops 6, Vanguard, World War II, call it or whatever the one they did on the. But anyway, 289 gigs Call of Duty was taking up. That's freaking ridiculous, bro. That was my main point. That's just so stupid, dude. I mean, that's just. I mean, that's just. So I moved it to my 2 terabyte. I'm trying to get it where I can put everything on my console, my 1 terabyte console, just on my console hard drive, because I want to put my 2 terabyte in my ASUS ROG Strix gaming laptop that I got for Christmas, because I want to start doing more PC games, but and then also I can play Microsoft games like Halo and stuff because it's Windows. So and I did that a couple of months ago, so I have a few videos, you know, but I had to sit there and learn about OBS and how to do that. And it's just like anything else. Once you learn, it's like I pretty much got it down, but I don't have it down where I still haven't learned how to make it look like professional. But I don't care about that. That's not that important to me. Yeah, but it's just so much easier streaming on console. It's like PS5 at least. You literally just press the PS button, go down to broadcast, and you pick Switch or YouTube, and bam, you just list what's your video, and it's awesome. It's just so easy. I don't know why I look at this. Nobody ever puts anything in here good. Well, if you're a new player, yeah. But all right, so I'm gonna do that should pop up pretty soon. Let's see. Look at my campaigns to see. Yeah, see, I would be at Red Harvest doing stuff, but there you go, my weekly bull crap. So I can't go there. Huh. Oh shoot. That's what I need to get right there. Critical severity, accuracy, combat. Oh yeah. So let me go back to pirates and wait for this. So there's a reason for me to go to the Pirate Scout. All right. Wait, let's see how many. Can't believe this bot. Can't believe usually skirmish queues pop up right away. What's the day? As I say it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. One thing good is a lot of the skirmishes and old skirmishes and dungeons, they actually updated the drops and stuff, so it's been really cool. I think that's getting a lot more people to queue for random dungeons and skirmishes, because there's a reason to. Like for a long time, there was no reason, unless you're a new player, to do these skirmishes. So.
Just a sewer. I swear. I sense disturbance. Huzzah! Let's see what you've got against my
Huzzah!
and fortune, or play it safe? Well, I can't fault you for
And
giving
y'all are
up.
freaking idiots,
It was
man.
really
You know you get better stuff now. They redid. Oh my gosh. See, that's the problem. These people don't keep up with the game, and so they don't know that they've updated the rewards. And so,
way out.
man,
And
bunch of
remember,
cowards, bro.
defeat
This is what I
more
can't
you
stand
lose.
dealing with, man. It's like, yeah, used to you're supposed to quit that skirmish because you couldn't really, it wasn't really worth it. But now that's why I don't like playing that one mainly. It's stupid. That's why I should just like do like this. Um, yeah, actually pick go to turn Legion. Yeah, let me do that. No. I'm not sure if this one got updated, but it's better just to pick your oh crap, did it already pop up?
This news will help us find who the killer is. Would you rather have a drink or be stuck here for weeks?
Alright, so well I out DPS'd everybody on that, so that was good. What was this? Oh my gosh, really? That one single. They're working hard as they can. Oh, why's it tell me to go this way? Oh, it actually says it. That's cool. I didn't know when you pick, check the boxes of the skirmishes, it actually tells you, because usually I don't think it tells you when you're doing random until you get into, you're like, I don't think it does. I know exactly where this is. I should have. Oh man, I'll see if I can get there real quick. What is cute? Get away from me! Get away from me, you punks. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, please collect it, please collect it, please collect it. There we go. Nice. Wait. Wait, where? Oh shoot, where am I? I'm not where I thought it was. Frog there? Nope. Frog is not there. Waiting on map? Yes, that means we got in. So that's cool. Alright. Awesome. Alright. Master of the Hunt. Okay, this is good. Oh no, it's not Gus. Oh great, can't get rid of this guy, man. It's like everywhere I go, bro, he's the most toxic person on freaking Neverwinter, man. He's like one of those people that condescending, like he tries to talk to you like, oh, if you ever need some help, let me know. I'm like, dude, if I wasn't a military veteran, bro, and I wasn't a Christian, I'd punch you straight in the face. He thinks he's God's gift to freaking Neverwinter. That's all he does, dude. He hasn't changed his outfit, probably just he's changed his underwear. Ugliest character. That it. Anyways. God. Oh, one day I will. So Gus thinks he's such like, he thinks he's like, he's like, I don't know, he's so aggravating, bro. If y'all knew how much I had to deal with this guy, he's always seems to show up in my room, man, like stalking me or something. Pathetic. And I hope he can hear everything I'm saying, because he's a joke. And what kind of person doesn't even enjoy, like, never mind, you know, I don't care. Oh wow, look at you. Yeah, I mean, look at him though. He's a freaking pathetic. I mean, look, 118% power, 90 accuracy, 84 combat advantage, critical strike 77%, 106. See, that's what I'm saying. He's like, he's a total tryhard. Like he just, hey look, oh look at him without his defense mods. Oh, no mods in defense. You're so, man, it's pathetic. You're pathetic, bro. Can't stand playing with this guy. I'm sorry, guys. I've just had a lot of, yeah. I mean, you know, I didn't even come and see what's this person. Oh well, she's a higher rogue, so of course. What? That's disgusting. I'll take trademark. Even though it's 5. Well, I should have got none now. Oh, sorry, that Gus guy, man. Like he just like the other day, like he was trying to. We were doing a dungeon. We were just doing the boss fight, and all we had to do was play it. And he was sitting there trying to coach everybody. He's sitting there telling everybody, "Oh, put this artifact on. Oh, change your art." And I was like, "Bro, do not even mess me. You know, I do not like you. I mean, as a human being, as a Christian, I love him as a human being, but like I do not want to have anything to do with him. I tried, you know, whenever I get in these random dungeons, and I see his name, it's just like, oh no. But now I've just shut my mouth though. I don't send messages anymore. Like I used to be like, oh great, here we go, know it all. Like, I'll admit it. But I mean, he has a YouTube channel, and so you can watch it if you want to. And he seems like a nice guy, but then when I got to actually know him, I was like, this guy's a jerk. He's basically even though his character, he plays a ranger, and rangers can do a lot of damage, especially. He always does a lot. He out damages pretty much everybody we're in a party because he's like maxed out. I think 125k. I'm pretty sure he is, and so there's no reason. I don't know the whole point of that is. But yeah, I don't know. He's just annoying. That's all. Not a big deal. Sometimes I don't know when to shut up. I just like drop it. But if you play Neverwinter, don't let his he'll try to be nice, be like, oh, I'll help you out and stuff and all, but then when you get in parties with him, he'll try to take over the room. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, he's not a mean guy, like far as mean, but he's bossy and thinks he knows everything. You know, like I said, God's gift of Neverwinter. That's, you know, like, I mean, Aragon's not like that. Like, he does way better videos on like Gus. He does builds, but only thing he knows about is a Ranger. Now, if you have a Ranger, I would say go look at Gus's builds. I mean, I'm not going to I'm not going to deny the fact that he's really good at Ranger, but he's been playing Ranger that's all he plays pretty much. And he probably has other characters he plays, but that's all I've ever seen him play on YouTube. And so if you want to play Ranger, and because Ranger is difficult because you have 6 at wills. You have I'm sorry, 6 encounters instead of just 3 like these right here. I have 3 encounters. But then with the Ranger, you press R1 and it brings up, so you have 3 melee and then 3 range encounters, and then plus your L1 and R2. So yeah, it's probably the DPS character that takes the longest. And that's what I started out on. So, and I was on my Ranger a while back, but I just like, man, it's just, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it as much. It's not a variety. There's not a lot of, you're just shooting arrows. There's not I mean, the storm cloud's cool and all. I mean, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't say don't do Ranger. Just know it's going to take more practice. Like with how, I mean, cause you do need to do like certain, there's certain DPS characters you don't have to worry about what, a certain, combo or whatever. But Ranger you do. Yeah. That's just like with, even with this rogue, my combo is, go invisible, knife, smoke, and this, and that's what it is. Water samples. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for a while. That's what happens when I drink too much coffee. And then I took 2 Excedrin because I had a headache, and Excedrin, I don't know if y'all know this, but 2 Excedrins, which they tell you to take 2. Usually you can take 1, but you know what I'm saying. It has 125. Each Excedrin has 65 milligrams of caffeine. So that's why if you've ever taken Excedrin, you probably, it's great if you have migraines. I'm telling you, I've had certain medicines cause me to have migraines, but I've never had migraines just, for no reason. You know what I mean? Dude, shut up. Like, hey, Owlbear, meet. Now I'm using Zodar, which is probably one of the best DPS as far as you're just. I usually use Pegasus because it gives the whole team stuff. Oh, look at that! Look at that! He dropped the ring. Wait, what? This ring might be. That's rare. Wait, is it the same thing? No, it's not.
Stay.
Critical severity is gone down. Whatever. Nice ring. Nice ring, bro. See, what is this? Critical severity. Oh, 3,600 critical severity. Whatever. That's awesome though. I'll take that. I mean, gave me 100 something more damage just now. I mean, that's the thing. You can get stuff to drop, but it's rare. It takes a lot of grinding. I don't even remember. I don't even know if I did both weapons for my wizard. So I did 100. I killed 100 of these stupid frogs on my wizard to get the 2 weapons, and I don't remember getting a ring from that. I don't know. I might have, but I don't remember. So now heroics, yeah, like heroic encounters, yeah, but not just from. How many people on this map? 9 people. That's why I was talking about earlier that it's like I'm only going to come to this map if I can get things right, because there's not enough people to do heroic strikes now. Oh my lord. They're like super. Oh, how fast he's. I mean, oh my goodness, bro. Swamp water. Oh yeah, I live in South Carolina. We got some swamps down here, bro. I mean, stuff looks like the Everglades even. Alligators. All that junk. Yeah, I totally got it. I totally messed that up. Watch Zodar. 497,000. I'll show you. Y'all haven't seen Zodar. This is Zodar right here. He's really cool, but but this, yeah, so his ability is amazing. Like, he's one of the best mounts you can get because of this. Like, this is what I'm using, right? When you hit something, you do 2,160 magnitude. That's awesome. And then damage reduction 14%, base damage boost 14%, and outgoing healing. So you get damage reduction and you're getting the damage boost. But it's like Pegasus, Pegasus base damage boost, damage resistance, but you only have 900, but allies, see, that's the thing. The Zodar is single. It's like, for me, like, it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't like give it. You want Pegasus if you're doing team stuff, basically. Also, this right here is amazing because it groups everybody together, or you can use the carpet, legendary carpet, but I have this at Mythic, so it's basically the same thing. So this one does more damage and it dazes them, so that's why I don't use the carpet. I do not want to do that. Dude, the frog's right. Okay, I guess you don't need the frog. Whoa, he just got double sword. Oh man, dude, am I having a heart attack right now? Literally, I'm having like pain in my arm. Scary. Really scary. All of a sudden I started like having, I need to lay off the caffeine. No, I just had this weird pain in my arm, and like if you're having a heart attack, usually it runs down your left arm. And then I was having, but also you had a pain like in your jaw or neck area, and that's what was going on. Oh, but, ugh. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Not then. Y'all find me in heaven. Let's see. I'd rather die of a heart attack than, you know. Yeah, I need to get. Right now, I'm still at the point where I'm only getting one quest at a time, so I need to start getting to work so I can pick up 2 or 3 quests. I think I'm having problems. You know, I think it is. I got hit in the collarbone with a softball, cracked my collarbone when I was right out, like in high school. We used to go watch the high school girls like softball team, city team, because I knew people from at public schools and stuff, and there's a lot of girls there. So hey, but me and a friend of mine from my school, we were throwing this. You know, we had our gloves, and we're like, "Hey, let's throw softball around," swinging overboard. But it was kind of like the sun was kind of almost down, so it was kind of like dusk, you know, like. And so he didn't realize I turned my head away, and so he threw the softball and like literally. I've told the story before, but I literally I thought I got shot. Literally, I did. That was one of the most hurting thing I've ever. And I think right now sometimes it just pinches, and then I have all kind of I have a lot of injuries that are now. I'm 48 years old, and I'll tell y'all right now, when you get injured when you're young, and see, I'm a Gen X, so I was out there skateboarding. You know, I've had 2 knee surgeries. I've had my gallbladder removed. I've had surgery on my pancreas because that's why I'm here right now doing playing. If I was healthy enough to work and go out and do stuff, I would not be here playing video games. I'd rather be out, not going out drinking, because I don't do that anymore. I've been there, done that. As a Christian, that's not what I want to do. But I'm just saying, like, I've got hurt so much, you know, because I was that generation. I got hurt a lot. I've hurt both my shoulders. I fell flat on my back probably at least 10 times. You know, whether it's playing football and get undercut. One time I used to be to grab the goal. I used to be to grab the rim. I couldn't dunk a ball with my hand. You know, I'm only like 5'8", so, but I was able to jump and grab the rim, and I swung out and I fell flat on my back. And the one time I was trying to do some crazy backflip, and I did like that as hard as I could, and I thought I broke literally I thought I was paralyzed. Scared the crap out of me, because I'm in the pool, like I couldn't move for like a few seconds. And I was just like, it's crazy, because like I was laying in bed talking, you know, praying to God, or I call it talking to God, just because that's what you eventually, if you read the Bible and you have a relationship, and you know God's listening, and so you just start talking to God like a person. It's amazing. And I was just like, God was showing me all these, you know, and I was like, man, you know, I was just having all these issues, and I was getting aggravated because my shoulders were hurting. I have a lower generating disc in my back. I hurt my back when I was working armed security at a nuclear plant. We were carrying the AR-15s on our backs with all the extra ammo for our pistols. You know, we wore the 9mm on our leg. We had those hip holsters, you know, it's like on your upper leg, which I love, but they're like right there at your hand. But anyway, basically 40 to 50 pound of gear, and like they basically have changed it now, so now they just wear a bullet resistant vest, and they don't carry all the extra ammo and stuff. But we were carrying man, we were carrying. I'm not even allowed to say what we were carrying, but like we were carrying quite a few magazines, pistol and AR-15 magazines. So I had to resign there because my favorite job, like literally, I loved it, man. We got to shoot. We had you know, it was hard for people if they didn't know how to shoot guns, but I grew up shooting deep, Gen X playing. I had a 20 gauge when I was like 12 or 10. No, I think I might have been 10 or 12. I don't know. But I've always had, 8 years old. It was like, I was like the kid from the Christmas Story. I mean, I had, back then, like, BB guns were no big deal. And that's why I get so aggravated by, like, society now, because everybody's so worried about their kids getting hurt. That's like, dude, so what if your kid gets hurt? It builds character. I mean, it definitely helped me when I joined the military. I was used to having coaches, and even my dad, would yell at me, or I got spanked maybe twice in my life, but it literally keeps you from, it's just, I'm just saying these idiots, mainly just liberals, man. They're just a bunch of morons. They don't know what they're talking about. How long is this? Right. Yeah, it's, I've heard, like I said, I'm not gonna go through it. But yeah, as you get older, if you got hurt a lot when you're young, that's basically, I don't even know why, I'm just talking. Fun stories about, y'all were young now. Wait, what the? Y'all were young now, but, what I'm trying to tell you is that you will get old. You're getting older every day. You'll be shocked at how much different you think now. Like, I didn't think about dying or even getting hurt when I was even in my 20s. Like, even at boot camp, military, I didn't worry about that stuff. I didn't care. I've been hurt so many times. Boot camp wasn't hard for me. I had one time that I really was like, man, I'm sick of this crap. It mainly came from just not being able to have the freedom to do stuff. It wasn't because it was hard. Or it was just like the lack of freedom, because I was 25, and so I was basically, when I got out of the Coast Guard, I was an E3, so I was one rank away from being a petty officer, which sucked, but I had a honorable discharge because all my stomach issues, and they couldn't figure it out. I was going to Johns Hopkins, which is one of the best hospitals in the world, really. I went to Duke. I went to MUSC. MUSC had one of the best gastro. They still, if anybody has stomach issues, go to Charleston, South Carolina. MUSC, they have one of the best gastroenterologists basically there, and MUSC in Charleston, and that's who finally found it. I had something called pancreatic divisum. Basically, you have there's these two valves or whatever you want to call them that flow out from your pancreas, and it's a major and a minor. And this is what the doctors told me to make it easy for me to understand, because your body's complex. He said basically you were born without your major, and everything's trying to go through that one minor valve. So basically they had to put a stent in twice, and to make it bigger, trying to make that smaller and bigger. But they said they would never go. They would never go touch it again, because when you mess with the pancreas, you run the risk of getting pancreatitis. If you get pancreatitis, That's almost a pain. It's a pain you cannot deal with. You have to take pain medicine, like narcotics. People have pancreatitis. So a lot of people get pancreatitis from drinking alcohol, being out, basically being alcoholics. But, thank God. That's what I'm saying. All this stuff is what God's got me through. And then people ask me why I believe in God. I'm like, well, if you knew my life, you would understand. I mean, and I've seen God do miracles right in front of my face, and I've seen the devil and demons. I've literally seen demons before down the Caribbean islands. Like, I tell people about this stuff. I'm like, people watch YouTube and they're like, oh, how can these people be that evil? They kill babies and, serial killers. It's not just simple evil. It's demonic possession. And like, people just think it's a joke. But if you like, when you believe in the Bible, this is all from the Bible. When you believe in Jesus as your Savior, that's how you're saved, and you're born again, and the Holy Spirit comes to live inside of you, because you got the Trinity: God the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. They're all three God, but He works in different ways. Don't ask me. This goes. I mean, you're basically. People ask me to explain the Trinity. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, okay. You explain to me how the universe works and how everything, and then I'll explain. Like, there's certain questions I don't ask, but the Bible gives so much information, so detailed information about things. Like, the Bible basically tells you how to live a peaceful and joyful life, and how to be happy and not be miserable about like all these people, and even opens your eyes to things like these. I'm constantly, when I watch the media or especially YouTube, and people are like, "Oh, why did this happen? Oh, the flood. Oh." Like, God talks about this stuff, he even talks about, Jesus even describes what it's going to look like for the end times, because there's been crazy Christians throughout history that have claimed that we're in the end times. They called Hitler, they thought Hitler was Antichrist, but the thing is, they weren't going by the Bible. That's what, as a Christian, you have to do, is go by the Bible. If you don't, you're going to get, like God said, you're going to be deceived. You're not going to be speaking truth. So that's why the Bible is the number one thing, because without the Bible, Christians don't even know how to be saved. So when people get away from the Bible or don't read the Bible, those are the Christians that say, "Oh, I tried Christianity." Well, no, you never were really saved. You basically just said the words thinking it was like a magic spell. But that's my thing. That's why I tell people, man. Okay, that's fine if you don't believe in Jesus, but what about the love? I mean, He died for you. There's nobody in this world that you can't even comprehend the love that God does. Even the way He chastises us or punishes us is not evil. You don't feel pain from it. It's like He'll just reveal something, and like, I don't know, man. It's just so frustrating. People have, because people judge Christianity, by the false Catholic Church, which is basically Satan's greatest achievement, and I have plenty of ways to prove that. I can prove that to anybody. If you want proof of that, go look up Billy Crone, BILLYCRONE. Type in Billy Crone's Satanic Catholic Church or something like that, and he did like 2 months. He did like 8 Wednesday night sermons on all the reason that proves Catholic Church is totally evil, not a church. And I go to a Baptist church, but I don't subscribe to a certain religion. I go by if the church is actually biblical. Now, I've just been blessed to have a biblical church that I went to a school and graduated where I learned all about the Bible in the way I'm supposed to. That's what helped me get my life together, because I got saved at church camp, and it was the most amazing thing that ever happened. It was not drummed up by this, I've had people say, "Oh, you were just in the moment," and they were playing music probably. And I'm like, no, bro, I was sitting there talking to my friends. We were about to, hit the bed, hit our bunks and go to bed. Not hit our bunk, We're about to go to bed in our bunk beds, and then, it was like the end of the night, and we were just sitting around chit chatting basically, and then all of a sudden it's like I just had this feeling that overcame me. It's like, I've got to get saved. It's like, I was like, I'm going to hell if I don't get saved. I'm like, Jesus is real. I knew that because from the age of 3 years old. I would, even my school never we had people that weren't saved at our school, because we were very good at, like, I went to God gave me a gift to play soccer. That's why I see some soccer stuff. Nessie's my favorite player, but I never touched a soccer ball till 7th grade. I'll put my hand on the Bible with this. I played kickball and all that, but soccer in the 80s was not big at all. I went to the skating ring, and I was really good at skating and stuff. And on dad's side, we had some uncles played college, and my dad was athletic. He shot in the 60s in golf, and he wasn't even a pro. He just played every week all the time. So, but also God-given ability, like. So anyway, 7th grade, I touched the soccer ball first time PE, and then I had a friend that was really into soccer. His older brother was on. We won a national championship at our school in 1985 and down in Alabama. So we were a soccer and a basketball school. We beat 4A college. 4A public school. We have two 4A big public schools in my town. And so we used to scrimmage them and beat them sometimes. Sometimes they beat up, but we played a team. Anyway, the short of the story is I ended up doing so good at, basically I just got so good, at playing with those college guys, because my friend that got me into soccer, his older brother was already in college playing Division I at Temple University. So he was playing Division I soccer. So sometimes his friends would come down at summer, and I would go over there and I would practice with them. And when you practice with guys that play in Division I constantly, or a bunch of times during the week, all summer long, for like 2 years, like it got to a point where high school players, from other teams, it felt like I was playing against like just young kids. Not always. We played, like, we went to state championship my 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. My senior year, we won the state championship final. That's what that is right there. But the previous 4 years we had lost to previous 4 years we lost to the same school, Buford Academy down in South Carolina. And this team had 3 guys that went to USC Gamecocks, University of South Carolina, when they were ranked number 1 in the nation, and they had won a national title. Like, I'm talking about Division I, like Clemson winning a national title in football. Well, USC Gamecocks were one of the top 3, during the 90s, especially the middle 90s, early 90s. They were number 1 in the nation for a long time. And I actually went to summer camp there. I went to soccer camp there one time, and I actually sat in front of the coach. This is the craziest thing. This is a crazy story. We went to the World Cup in 1994. I have a soccer jersey right beside it, Ireland's national jersey I got there. But I saw Belgium Morocco play. It's the most amazing sporting event I've ever seen. It's the World Cup. I love soccer. I love surfing. I love golf. Those are my main sports. I'm not a big fan of NFL anymore because I like Patrick Mahomes, and in NBA I like Stephen Curry. But it's just that's why I'm not a big Ronaldo fan. I'm not a fan of people that are real cocky. Messi is like one of the least cockiest persons, and he's the greatest. To me, I don't know if it was Tiger Woods or. Anyway, that's it about my high school career. I don't know why I started talking about that, but I was just saying, God blessed me with the ability to play soccer, and there's no way somebody can go from never touching a soccer ball till 7th grade touching a soccer ball. By the end of 8th grade, I got moved up to varsity because I was scoring so many goals on JV. So they moved me up, and I was scoring on 8. I scored in games in 8th, the couple of games we had left in playoffs, but we lost in the finals. But we went to the finals 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And thank goodness we won 12th grade, because that really sucked. That's like Buffalo Bills. If y'all know about Buffalo Bills, they went like 4 Super Bowls almost in 10 years, and they lost by like they lost 2 or 3 by a field goal kick that were like 30, 40 yards out. That's what you call not meant to be. So that's what I figured. I was like, well, maybe this is not meant to be for us to win a national championship, but we ended up winning. But I know that was yeah. But anyway, I've always been able to pick up sports pretty easily, but there's only certain sports that I really like enough to get real good. Like I could play, I could pick. I mean, I was pretty good at basketball, but I hated playing for the school. I mean, I tried it one year, but I hated set plays. Like in soccer, you have your position, but you don't, the coach is not saying, hey, you need to run here, then he'll run here. That's what I hate about organized basketball. Like, I like just being able to just play and, literally just play, somebody would yell out zone or man defense, and that's it. You didn't, like, I don't know, backyard basketball, I guess you say. I don't like anything with where you have to do drawn up plays. That's why I love soccer, because I can use my imagination. And because I broke the school record in goals with 63 goals in 4 years. And then, I was also broke the assist leader. I was also the assist leader every year. And so then a good friend of mine that was a year younger than me, he was real good at me and this one guy, David Rector is his name. Me and him alone scored 95% of our team's goals. That's how important me and David were to the team. Like, it's that I didn't realize that. Like, I knew that me and him scored pretty much all the goals. We had a few guys that would score goals occasionally, but it was like always me and David. And so, the next year after I left my senior year, he broke my record, and now, but I don't really care about that. I thought he deserved it. I mean, he was kind of in my similar situation. But the thing is, what's crazy with this is that he started playing soccer when he was 4 years old. I started in 7th grade. And so, if somebody ever asked me, do I think I was better than he was, I would say at certain things, but there were certain things that he was better than I was. I think he was he was definitely better at heading the ball and being at the back post. He was real good at. I mean, I was good at follow-up shots, that ricocheted off. He had a good sense of where to be at. Like, he knew when me and him worked. We just worked good together. So it's not a matter of who was better. I mean, if you go by goals, he ended up breaking my record. So, but I was also the assist leader too. So, I enjoyed setting up people for assists just as much. Well, not just as much, but almost as much as scoring. So, because I just had I could see the field without, I could look up and then my peripheral vision, I was just born with good peripheral vision. So I could see a guy way over here, say he's way down the field. I could see him, like David, making a run, and I knew how he played. So I would, I had the ability where, I was taught by those college guys that I trained with. That was my friend's brother. Those guys taught me, the first thing they taught me is, because they had a regulation size goal and they made it out like metal PVC piping, and then I later did the same thing, 24 feet wide, 8 feet tall. That's the size of a goal. And basically what they did though, they didn't, like when we scrimmage or we would play, we'd have about 6 people from the neighborhood and his friends, and but we called it gasoline can. And basically what we do, we put it like one of those little gasoline cans about this big and like right in the middle of the goal. And you had to hit that to score. So what that does, that improves your accuracy, because in soccer, it's accuracy over power. You get your accuracy down, and then you work on your power. You know what I mean? So it's, and that's what they taught me, and that that's. But God gave me the ability to understand that. I mean, that's my point. I just realized I'm literally turning to my dad. My dad, like, when he tells stories, we're like, come on, okay, what's your point? And that's what I feel like now. It's like y'all are probably like, okay, and then I get off track and I start talking about something else.
Doing that would just make the list even more angry at us.
Whatever.
I'd like to avoid signing.
Whatever's. Call it. I'm getting hungry. I had some Japanese fried rice and teriyaki chicken earlier. Oh, what is this? Why do I have this? Sucks. Oh, I bet that came from Illusion's Gambit. Right here. Yay!
Well, over here at the end of this awful bar is...
Okay, good. Now we're starting to get one more. Now I know this one. What's the other? Is it fungus? I mean, literally, you have to pick for mushrooms. And I'm sure that the mushrooms probably that make you see crazy stuff. Not that I've ever done that. Anyway, I did a lot of stupid crap when I was backsliding as a Christian, as we say. Slave. I guess it doesn't really matter. Love it. Dude, I love seeing. Oh yeah, give me those crits. Dang. I'm surrounded by lizard men. Losers. I like playing this map, by the way, so I don't mind it because it looks cool. It's like a pirate theme. I love things with like looks like this with trees and everything. More that. I don't like the real dark evil maps. It's just I don't know, gets to my brain. I already get one. I can't believe I finally got Regis, my companion, Shorty. I named him Shorty, but he's so good, man. Like almost every DPS, I mean, uses him. I mean, he gives you because he does a lot of damage and he gives you 3% recharge speed, which is awesome. Look at that! It's freaking crazy. Easy, I tell you, it's crazy. Right? It's like the curtain lady. You look it up, curtain lady. She's talking about all these curtains. She's like, I just can't believe how amazing these curtains are. Just these. Anywhere else, these things would be like $30-$40, but they're $9.99. And my daughter and my son saw my curtains and they were like, wow, we got to go here. We got to go get those curtains. just can't believe it. Oh my goodness, if I worked here, all my money would be gone. It's hilarious. She's like, and she has like a New Jersey accent. Like, I think you can type in "curtain lady" on YouTube and watch it. It's so funny, man. She's just going nuts over her curtains, bro. And she keeps going on like for like I can't remember how long the video's not real long. It's like 5 or 10 minutes long. She just keeps talking about it. She's like, everybody just compliments my curtains all the time, man. I'm like, shut up. But it's fun. There you are. Here, meet my owl bear. Oh, y'all want some? Boom, boom, boom.
We've got no tier biscuits out here.
Tier
No luck
biscuits.
finding anything useful, huh?
What do you
Of
say?
course not.
What,
It was
what
a
kind of
fool's errand they
biscuits?
sent us on.
Oh,
Ship's been sitting in a swamp for
spiders. My
decades, being
favorite.
picked over by lizards. Why would there be anything useful left?
What to do? Slay spiders. Okay, no problem. Told y'all. Told them not to mess with me, but they wouldn't listen. Spiders over here. It's easy. Spiders, bro. Spider, bro. The music's so like dun dun dun. It's like Pirates Secure. Oh, I gotta get these things too. Fungus. Fungus. Yeah, medicine. Right, right. Medical herbs. Medical herbs. I try to smoke like when I got off I was on like 12 Percocets a day, guys. Like y'all don't like. That's what I'm saying. My story is very crazy. I really take time to tell it, but it's a long story. So I'll just say this: I was on, at the end of like basically, it took 6 to 7 years for them to figure out what was wrong with my pancreas. And so during that time, I ended up, could you build a tolerance? I was on 12 10 milligram Percocets a day and 50 milligrams of oxycontin, extended release. And so that's what I had to, that's what God, most people can't quit after that. Most people end up going to the street or they just try to get it from pain management or something. But I wanted, like, I feel like I was slowly dying, and I couldn't pray. I feel like I couldn't, have, because my mind, it ruins your brain like that, and it's just awful, dude. And I do agree that some people need actually, if you're in so much pain where you would die if you didn't have pain medicine, then I think you should take it. But I mean, try, like, I started trying the vape stuff like this, but but I don't use it every day, and I don't use it often just to keep myself from getting, you know, I don't want to. So I used to smoke marijuana for like when I lived in Charleston. It was such a big port city. I mean, we had one of the biggest ports on the East Coast, so you'd always get really good weed. And so I smoked it for like, see, like this stuff right here, like the Delta 8, Delta 9, THCA stuff. It's a form of marijuana, but it's not like it doesn't get you, you know what I mean? You can still think straight, like, and basically it's really good at helping with my stomach issues and stuff like that. And it's way better for you than freaking marijuana. But you can also get it in gummies. So I'm just saying, if y'all have health issues, try that before you get. I'm telling you, man, you'll ruin your life if you get on pain medicine. You don't need it, and even if you need it, like I said, I was in so much pain because your pancreas hurts. You know what I mean, and then I was having, I also have irritable bowel syndrome. I also have acid reflux disease, or whatever they call it, GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disease. Um, but yeah, if you can avoid narcotic pain medicine, do it. At all costs. I don't care if you need, even if you need to smoke real marijuana, do that. Don't. I mean, even if you're a Christian, don't. Like God understands. God knows everything. He knows your heart. He knows if you're trying to do it to get high or trying to do it because you need it for help. Because even God says in the Bible, God's not against drinking, guys. Like, Jesus said in the Bible, he said, drink wine for your many ailments, because you got to take every word like serious. Like, I never noticed the word many. I was like, well, of course I've had many health issues. And back then they drank wine because they had alcohol in it, and alcohol will help you, usually take the pain away. So basically, God was saying, it's not about drinking. It's about getting drunk and caught in destroying your life, but also possibly getting in a wreck and DUI. 400,000 people die a year from alcohol-related stuff, guys. That's why God says it's wrong. God says don't be a drunkard. He didn't say don't drink. See, this is why so many people get so, where they don't want to be a Christian and they think Christians. I have more fun as a Christian than I do. Look how I'm talking and stuff. Like, I'm not miserable. That's the first time I took a drag of that stuff in like I bought it like a month ago. So it's a sativa, which is usually basically marijuana has two. There's all different types, strains, but there's two main strains, which are sativa, indica. Indica is what I use. I have these gummies that are made with indica, and it basically just makes you sleepy. So you don't want to use that when but you can use sativa, which actually, when I've used sativa, a lot of times it's felt like caffeine. Like I took like 2 or 3 shots of espresso, and I can tell that it's marijuana, but it's like it's weird. Unlike the real stuff, it is real, but unlike the real strong stuff, you're able to control your thoughts. You don't feel like the paranoia. I don't think I've ever been paranoid. Like, I've never, yeah. Still hadn't. Is it herbs anymore? Oh yeah, mushrooms. And I'm praying for this, praying to get off this stuff. Not because God told me to. It's because, one, it's a waste of money, and two, you know, you're going, you know, you're going to have better health, at least some. Even though I use I use the lowest amount, 3%. Guys, if you're using those pods, Salt Nick, 50% nicotine. This is 3 milligrams. It says 5% on 5% on those pods, but that actually equals up to 50 milligrams. And it's like, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. But they say that because it's Salt Nick. It's a man-made nicotine that it's not as harsh. So that's why those pods came out and people are using them. Those things literally, I had trouble breathing one time. Like, it felt like it was weird. It was almost like, you know, it's like I had to do like, you know, and then it kind of went away. It wasn't real bad, but I noticed I started getting headaches, and then I was like, well, yeah, I'm actually, but they taste like candy. Like, this tastes like candy, but it's like, it's not like as, it's not as, but it's a muted, it's a muted down, you know, flavor. Like with those pods though, man, they are bursting with flavor. Like the grape ones are amazing. Like, but they're so good. I used to buy the zero nicotine ones because they were so good, but they don't make the ones I like with zero. So, you know, plus I didn't want to waste my money on them. Cause I mean, those pods, they will not last you unless you're look at that. Like this is basically, I can get that for like, that's what I'm using right there. And that's, so it just has different berry flavors, and it's good. But like I said, you know, the only reason I'm using this is to, you know, because I was using dip, because when I was in the military, and when you're on a ship, Navy, whatever, Coast Guard, when you're on a ship, there's only like usually 1 or 2 smoking areas, and you have to sometimes walk 5 minutes or to get. So pretty much most people dip because you can sit in your bunk, you know, and you know, and then if somebody like an officer walked in, you could just slide it over to over here. But what's up? You know, that's just how it was. You know? So. And then when I worked in the nuclear plant, we would move different positions every so often. I can't say the amount of time because I can get arrested. I'm being serious about this because it's like when you're in the military, or especially working armed security in the nuclear plant, I know every inch of that place. So there's certain things that are, you know, confidential. Like you can't there's certain things, and they told us, like, you could go to jail. You could literally go to jail for talking about certain things, you know. So, and of course it would be very unlikely that you would, but but you don't want to be talking about stuff. You don't know who you're talking to. You could be, that's the thing, when you do something that's wrong, it's amazing how sometimes people are found out. I mean, I'm trying to find a mushroom. There it is. Yeah, so don't ever, listen, people got to get out of their head they're not going to get caught. Listen, that's the thing, because God will make people get caught. If you want to see God working, go look at these crazy fail videos and look how just by an inch or either by like half a second these people have barely lived in some of these crazy, you know, videos like you see. I didn't write. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is basically another version of that worm, dude. Yeah. Anyway, what else can I talk about? Oh, we may my family may we're supposedly going to the beach for a week in August, so that's, I'm just praying it's not. I wanted to go fish so bad. I love saltwater fishing, because you never know what you're going to catch. I've caught all kinds of things my whole life as a little kid. I still have the first fish I ever caught, like, I don't even know how, 8, 9 years old. And I have a picture at the beach. I live an hour west of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, but we usually go to North Myrtle Beach because Myrtle Beach is kind of more like a party area. I mean, it has, I don't know, it's hard to, like, it's just like it's like any other place. Like, there's certain places you go and certain places you don't. And Myrtle Beach has those areas. They have certain hotel rooms that, are used by prostitutes. But anytime you have, like, literally Myrtle Beach has been ranked in the top 10 family vacation or beaches, tourist places in the world, because there's 110 golf courses within like a 30-mile radius of that beach. Because you have like Surfside, you have like Garden City, Surfside, Atlantic Beach, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, and then you have the North Carolina, border right there. And so my parents we had a house not on the beach, but we had a house at Holden Beach, which was about 5 minutes from it, and it had an amazing lake with bass. So like every bass I caught was like at least 4 or 5 pounds. Man, I wish we still had that place, but it just got too expensive. And my dad's always been real good with money. He worked in banking, like. He worked in finance and banking, and my family's we're not rich. We have, like, I would say middle upper. I don't know, categorize. Like, we live in a 1-bedroom brick home, 3 bedrooms, two baths, 2 showers, and everything. Full bathrooms. And then my bathroom's actually right here. I have a door right here, and my bathroom's right here beside me, literally like 5 feet away. It's awesome. So, and then we have a big, what they call den or living room. We call it living room. The den is where my parents, where we had the couch and the big screen TV and everything. Then we have a dining area with a table, and then we have pretty big kitchen. So it's a pretty big, it's like, 3,500 square feet maybe. It's a brick home. It's made from the old timey wood that's hard as a rock. Like, we had 150-mile-per-hour winds during Hurricane Hugo in 1989 when I was 12 years old. And literally our house didn't even creak, bro. Our house took 150-mile-per-hour winds like a champ. It was amazing. Like, yeah, I not once was I like, all right. But I looked out the window and the freaking pine trees, I'm not lying, I swear on my life, like, the pine trees were bending 90-degree angle. And then they were doing like this, and it was freaking. And I was like, okay, I'm not looking out the window anymore. Because I remember I stayed in my, I built a pallet. Because we're talking about 140, even though we had up to 160-mile-per-hour gusts, and we had 75 tornadoes at touchdown, at least for a second or two. There was a lot of them were going down and coming back up, but we had one that came all the way up the side right beside our neighborhood, and it literally, like, the tornado was on the street, because when you look down the street, both sides of the street, the trees were like at the shape of a tornado. It was crazy. Like, you could actually see it, like it came down the road. And then it like kind of went to the right, and it like jumped over our house, but it hit our we had a big pine tree, probably this big around, and it knocked 2 of those down. No, it didn't knock the one in the front yard. It knocked the one in the backyard down, like right here outside my window. And thankfully, it didn't fall in our house. It fell to the right, which it didn't hit our neighbor's house either. So it just fell like completely to the right and missed the neighbor's house by maybe 10 feet. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's I've been through other hurricanes in South Carolina too. We get a lot of hurricanes here and a lot of tropical storms too. But the good thing about where I live, I don't live in a low area. I live actually on a high, where I live in Florence is pretty high ground. Oh, we also had the only Buc-ee's in South Carolina. That's the reason to move to Florence. Yeah, you would think like Myrtle Beach or somewhere like that, but see what it is, Interstate I-95, which is like one of the biggest, most famous interstates. It goes all the way from New York or above New York all the way to Miami. And so I think that's why they put it here because that's why they put it so far. The only one in South Carolina they put it because we have I-20 that goes like from Florence, where I live, all the way out west. So that's like two major intersections of two major interstates. And so a lot of people I've talked to, even online and stuff, playing video games, they've heard of my town because they've, basically if you go from Georgia or Florida, you have to take I-95 to go up. So a lot of people have gone through my town, not even realizing it, going to Disney World, mostly and back or whatever. But that's the main highway, I-95. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta get fight this thing. Might need to go. What time is it? Yeah, I'm going to bed soon. Not soon, but soon. But last night I stayed up 2 o'clock, and I've been trying to get on a good sleep schedule. So I've been making myself go to bed at 12 so I can listen to the Bible. I can watch a couple. Usually I watch a couple, just a couple videos. I'll watch people like European reacts, New Zealand family reacts. So I watch some channels, really good. They don't curse. They're family channels, but they react to videos. Because they love America, and I just love seeing that they love America more than some stupid Americans here that burn flags and stuff. If I say like, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you hate America and you plan on burning the flag, you better hope to God that there's no military veteran around, because you're going to get your tail beat straight to the ground. Now, I probably wouldn't do it, but I will snatch it out your hands. And if like I said, Jesus said, turn the other cheek, you know what I mean? So I don't intentionally go fight for stupid reasons, but I will throw somebody to the ground and take the flag away from them if I see it. So just know that. And just know there's a lot of military veterans, and there's a lot of military veterans out there that were Navy SEALs, Green Berets, and they will beat the little crap out of you. People don't think about that stuff, man. It's just disgusting, man. Like, I tell people all the time, you hate this country, or on YouTube channels where people are talking trash about our country. I'm like, you want me? Listen, I can solve all your little hate for America. How about I take you down to third world countries where I went to, down in the Caribbean islands, Dominican Republic and all this other crap, where they have like smells like pee and crap everywhere, and they have no fresh water and have to walk miles. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. This is all stuff, and that's why I'm so thankful that I got to join the military, because this helps me as a Christian to be more sympathetic to people, to understand how blessed, how it helps me realize how blessed I am to be born in America. And like, when you've seen other countries, and dude, like literally, people got to get through their head. Number one is no country's perfect. And then secondly, you got to look around and say, show me a country that has the benefits and has all the amazing things. Why do you think you have so many people reacting to American stuff? Like all these people I was talking about, European reacts, a guy named Andre, funny guy. I would suggest looking him up. European reacts. He watches military videos. He loves watching, like, seeing people go to the Texas barbecue. Like, that's why people are doing videos on America. How many times do you see people on YouTube doing videos about, you know, like England, or I mean, yeah, you'll have travel people that do that, but I'm talking about, it's just it's not the same. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's only one other place I would want to live than America, and that would probably be Israel. And you're like, what the? That's because Israel is God's country, and I'll tell y'all this right now: you will never see Israel destroyed. Never. Now you might see bombs and certain parts of it get, destroyed, but God said it. He said nobody will destroy Israel. They are my people. That's my land, and know that. And see, that's one of the biggest false teachings right now in the church. Some churches are teaching that, like Christians like myself in the church are God's people now, and that God gave up on the Jews in Israel. Like Candace Owens said that, and Tucker Carlson said that, and once again, what God said, trust no man, not one. So like, they're off my watch list now. That's like, I don't mess around with that stuff. As soon as somebody hates Israel, I'm out. You see, that's why I had that flag right there. I want everybody that watches this channel to know I support Israel, from a military veteran and mostly as a Christian. They are one of our best allies. People don't even understand how much. I want you to go to Google and type in what inventions have Israel came up with. Like, what has Israel invented? Like, y'all don't even realize they literally invented the iPhone. Like, the design was from what's his name, but the actual iPhone they invented, like, there's so much stuff. Like, I mean, the rebreather, the scuba tanks where you don't have to have, like, you're able to breathe the same air continuously. It's basically so you don't have bubbles, and Navy SEALs mostly use them because they're crazy expensive. But they invented all kind of technology, man. Satellite technology, the Iron Dome that we're now trying to call the Golden Dome, I guess, because, I mean, we're America. America. And then listen, I'll agree with anybody if they say, so America's not perfect. No, but compared to every other country, that's my point. That's the whole point. Why do you think we're having all this? I mean, I tell people, okay, if America's so bad, then why do we have all these people from all over the world trying to get in illegally? They don't ever have answers. That's what I'm saying. I don't lose many debates, guys, because when you speak the truth, and I'm not trying to be cocky, I'm trying to say this is what God does. When you speak the truth from the Bible, you will not lose a debate. Now, that person might deny what you're saying, but you're not going to lose it in reality, the truth. Now, I mean, I make stubborn people that I can have all the evidence in the world, they're not going to believe it. And that's what God said. God said more people will go to hell than heaven, because at the end of the day, more people are just going to choose not to believe that, believe in God. And I see it all the time. It's like, there's so much proof out there. It's just, and I realize people have been brainwashed. I realize there's these crazy preachers on TV saying, send me money and get holy water, or send me money and get a blessing. That's a lie from hell. These people are evil. I don't watch any preachers on TV. All the preachers I watch, they have, like my church too, Florence Baptist Temple, they have their own YouTube channel, FBT. You can look it up. Have Wednesday, and they show it locally on TV. But they have their own YouTube channel, like most churches do. Pastor Billy Crone, Adrian Rogers, out of all, is my favorite preacher. He's passed away now, but he is known as the most, like, more than Billy Graham, because Billy Graham did some sketchy stuff towards the end of his life. He went and started talking to the Pope about, and he made statements like, all these religions basically have the same God and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, that's like, you just said like one of the worst things you could say, like, from what God says. There's one way to heaven. That's Jesus Christ alone. I mean, and for him to say that and be in cahoots, I guess. And this, of course, it was also when he was like 90 something years old, and like, I don't know, like, but still, I don't listen to Billy Graham anymore. But I'm not, but this is what I will say. People absolutely did get saved during what they call the Jesus Revolution. If you watch, I would suggest y'all watch that movie Woodlawn with the guy named with Sean Astin, Rudy. It's a true story about the Jesus Revolution, how a whole football team got saved and believed in Jesus, and that was God. God did that. People didn't decide to do that. God can make people have what we call a revival. Basically, a revival is when a bunch of people realize they're not saved and they need Jesus, or if they are saved, they need to rededicate their life and take God more seriously. Because if you don't take God seriously and you don't read the Bible and you just believe, yeah, you might go to heaven, but you're going to have a miserable life. That's my point.
Company yard.
Oh no, please don't tell me this is one where I have to climb the crow. Oh gosh. I kind of want to see what. Dang! Look at that, dude. Look at that. That's awesome. Look at that. I only need 20 more. That's awesome. That is awesome. So 3 or 4 more missions and I'll be able to get the artifact and then get crap out of here. Yeah, I don't think I don't think I want to do the weapons. No, I can always come back, but I don't think I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, with Destiny coming out Tuesday, the whole, basically I call it Destiny 3 DLC upgrade. That's basically what it is, changing everything. I mean, you're literally going to be able to turn into like ball of lightning and get into areas where you normally couldn't get. I mean, it's insane, some of the stuff they're doing. It's awesome. And of course, that's why I don't watch. I used to watch, the only gamer I really liked was Mr. Fruit. But he quit playing.
Never a dull moment on pipe. Remember how Leokas.
He quit playing years ago, like Destiny. Yeah, he plays occasionally, I think, but like him and Ravi and Blue Westlow, like I used to watch their video, but I liked it because he would bleep out when they curse because he didn't curse, and it's just sad because I haven't found anybody yet that I can actually. CV Gray's pretty good. He's a young black guy, real nice guy. Yeah, he's really cool. I mean, he's a cool channel. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's like, yeah, CV Gray. I can't really think of anybody else that I would suggest. Like As the Cross, Dado, Cactus, all those guys are just bad information, and plus they're just toxic. Well, Cactus isn't toxic. Cactus. I mean, he's good to watch if you want a family channel, but he overacts. Like he's all like, "What's up, Dave? It's your boy, Cactus here." I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, and he's like 30-something years old too. Has a wife and kids. I'm like, I sent him a message on. I'm like, bro, I hope you're just acting, because if you're this immature, you do not need to have kids and a wife. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel bad. I apologize. I think I sent him I'm pretty sure I sent him a thing saying sorry I said that. But I was just like, so yeah, you know what I mean? So you're either going to have YouTubers that curse and say all kind of nasty, crazy stuff, which I don't want to hear. I've heard it in the military. I've talked like that. I've said stuff like that. And now I just hate it. If it's not clean and family friendly, and if it's basically it's anything that God doesn't want or approve of, I don't want it in my life. Because the more I follow God from the Bible and do what he says from the Bible, the more better my life is getting. That's absolute. I bet you I'm gonna shoot my life on that. but people don't believe it because it's too supernatural for some people. Some people are like, oh, like Lord of the Rings. Like, it's tough dealing with people nowadays. And see, it was totally different in the 80s. Growing up in the 80s, people respect, even though people might not be Christians, they didn't go after Christians like nowadays. Nowadays, Christians are starting to get attacked, like physically. Some guy just shot up a church in Kentucky, like yesterday, I think it was, or today. It might have been today. I saw it on the news. Satan hates Christians. That's just the fact of it. Lizard folk, teeth. Anyway, that's why I did this channel, because one, I wanted to show people, even that I'm not, Christians aren't perfect. I'm not perfect, but I also want to tell people about what it means and how, how, because people want to know, like, just like, how are you really truly saved? That's why you look at the Bible, because the Bible that's why I try to tell everybody. The Bible, God says, I am the Word, and the Word is me. Meaning, God is basically saying, my word is just like if I was talking to you. Yes, it was written down by man, but it was God telling man what to write. That's what people don't understand. There's 66 books in the Bible, and I can't remember exactly how many different authors, but they all wrote at different times. They didn't even know each other, and it all comes together perfectly. There's never been any false statements, any contradictory statements. For 2,000, believe me, if the Bible was false in any way, it'd be all over the news. But they never, like, there's literally churches, and I've talked about this before. There are certain churches, big mega churches, that have offered anybody $1 million. Literally, it's still there. Like, they still do it. That they still have that available for anybody that can disprove the Bible and show one false statement. Nobody's ever got that money. And it's multiple churches that do this. Sometimes it's not $1 million. Sometimes it might, like one church I heard is giving $10,000 to anybody, but you can't do it. That's why you see college professors hating the Bible and hating God, because they don't want to believe it, because they want to live a sinful lifestyle. That's why most people don't believe, because they want to live the way they want to, even though the way you want to, they don't. It's a deception from Satan. Do you know that wanting to do things your way is exactly what Satan told Eve to get her to eat from the fruit and go against God? He told Eve that she said, God said, don't eat of that fruit or you will die, or we will die. And the Satan says, oh, you will not die. And he put in Eve's head, he said stuff like, you will know truth. You will know good from evil. You will know the truth. You will be your own God. That's what he says. That's what New Age is, guys. New Age teaches you're a God. I'm like, oh, do y'all realize how stupid that is? Because if you were your own God, you would not die. You would not get old. You could go around and heal everybody in hospitals. Like, I'm like, how could, and that's what it is. It's, God talks about their brains will be so given over to evil, and after you reject God a certain amount of times, He no longer helps you. You basically have to come to Him. And these people, it's insane to me what some of these people believe. And that's what Satan has basically done. He basically has given people a buffet of religions. That's why I'm not, I go to a Baptist church, but I never tell people I'm a Baptist. I tell people I'm a Christian. Believer in Jesus Christ as my Savior. He died on the cross for my sins. And when you believe and trust in Him and you're born again, that's how you're saved forever. Nobody can ever take it away. And the Holy Spirit lives inside of you, which keeps you from being demonically possessed by, messing with Ouija boards and satanic things. You can be possessed in many ways, people. Y'all don't understand. Like, even God says, our problem is not other people. Our problem is the demonic spiritual beings that make evil people the way they are. But it's crazy that Satan has been using the same lie for 2,000 years, using the same lie that he used on Eve. And then Adam, of course, ate from the fruit also after, but he went after Eve first. He didn't go after Adam. And I don't know. And when you start to read, about what heaven's going to be like, because God gives some descriptions of heaven enough where to make us be like, if it talks about there'll be emeralds and rubies the size of mountains, and it's going to be actually society where we're creating stuff. Like, imagine this. You'll be to be like, say if you love music, you'll be to learn we're talking about eternity in heaven. So you'll be to basically master every instrument. Like for me, I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar. I used to play drums in a band, like percussions, bongos, all that stuff. So it's all these little things like that. And you're not including being able to spend eternity with Jesus, God, my Father, who created us all. Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't want that. God, He's the only one that will never let you down. It's so frustrating. I wish I could bottle up if I could bottle up for just 1 second and give it to somebody, and they for 1 second could feel and know everything that I know for just 1 second, pretty much everybody will get saved. I really believe that. But I can't do that. I can only, and that's why, God says, be it, one of the main things Jesus says, like, when you get saved, you're supposed to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, love your neighbor as yourself. And then the next thing you should do is read the Bible, grow as a Christian, because you can't grow, you can't learn, you can't grow, you can't have all the blessings that you hear about Christians having. When you see those Christians that are truly nice Christians, that are truly giving away, and they're not selfish, they're not egotistical, they're not, and also they're not hypocrites, really, but they're not perfect. What people got to realize, every Christian sins, no matter if they're the most godly, even my pastor sins. He says it, he has stuff he struggles with, whether it's anger, we get mad at the world or whatever. There is such thing as righteous anger. God says be angry at evil. So there's nothing wrong with getting angry at evil things, but God says don't let it meditate. He says don't let the sun go down on your anger, mainly. Don't let anything that's evil fester in your mind. And that's what also God talks about. There's a verse, all this is in the Bible, what I tell y'all, and that's why I tell y'all to go read it for yourself. Most of this is in the New Testament. So this is from Jesus himself, God Almighty. God came to earth as Jesus. That's what I'm saying. He works in ways that we can't comprehend it. I mean, He's God. Look at the stuff man creates that we can't even hardly comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So imagine how much more God that created that. We found sun, like our sun, the sun in the sky, that is so big you could fit like trillions of our suns in it. It is insane. Go look it up on YouTube. Like, there's multiple suns that are enormous. It's just, you can't even comprehend the size. But it's awesome. I love being a Christian. That's the main thing. I know I'm saying all kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, I look forward to going to bed. That's why I'm like, it's almost time to go to bed. Like, that's why I say it kind of like with excitement, because I'd much rather lay down and watch different videos about God, whether it's preaching. Y'all should listen to that. I put a video up on my channel. It's Satanist testimony, how he got saved by Jesus, and this guy was in it. Like I said, I've never been an atheist. I've always believed in God since I was young, because from what I was taught, I always saw it. Like, I could see that it was true. The proof was in the pudding, as they say. God answered prayers. I used to have all these warts on my left knee that were embarrassing, and they would like bust open when I would play in the playground and fall and stuff. And so, and I don't know, my grandma was like, or something. No, I don't remember who it was. My aunt was like, she's like, you need to pray for it. And I'm like, okay, it's like, you know, and then literally within a week they were gone, never came back, ever. And we tried everything. We tried over counter stuff. We tried even freezing them off at the doctor's. And can y'all hear me? Okay, I don't know what happened. My headset all of a sudden, went dead. Sorry, my earbuds. I'm wearing the Pulse. They went dead. I think y'all can hear me, Mike. Yeah, they went dead, or they just disconnected. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going on. What I'm gonna do here? All right, I hope that I just turned my speakers on my sound bar. I mean, I have my I can put my big headsets on, but I'm not gonna be on much longer. reason.
You... I'll... Look, we've got enough...
Captain Yargo's gone off somewhere.
Captain Yargo's going out somewhere. Was that a good impression of it? Captain Yargo's going out somewhere.
What? You know, I like this theme so much. It reminds me of Incredible Hulk when he had the Iron Man outfit on, or not. Well, you know, when he couldn't turn into Hulk, so he put on the Iron Man outfit. The Iron Man Hulk, whatever.
Crew's working as hard as they can. We just
Who's working as hard as they can? See, I could do voices for this game. Come on, you crazy man. See, this is why I don't like stuff like this, because it doesn't show up on the Dragonborn. Whatever. Let's see how close I am. Oh, Only need to do one mission, guys, so I'm going to get the artifact. I'm going to get... Anybody watching still? Okay, cool. I'm going to get the artifact, and then I'll probably be done after that, so... And I only need to do, I think, one more mission. Quest, whatever. Whatevers. Whatever. Anybody? Whoa. Tree fall. Tree? Get out of here! Tree fall! Oh, if it falls on you guys. Oh yeah, herbs and stuff. Okay, there's one. I'll show you how fast I can go with that. I'm not gonna talk, so how fast I can grind. A lot of times I did my grinding. I'm not filming because I just get caught up with talk. That's just how I am. I play games and stuff. I won't talk. I'm just a hyperactive person, basically. Like, my brain wants to do all this stuff, like work and do everything. But my body's like, meh. Can't do it yet. But hey, I have faith. I know God can heal me tomorrow if He wants to. That's what's so awesome. And it's actually true. It's not made up. It's not made up. It's faith. So, you know what I'm saying? Herbs. It's herbs. It's herbs. nerves, bro. Where's herbs? Oh, maybe it's two. And get the smush thing. Buddy. We are done for today. Gotta go get one of these in. Yes, I get nerds. Nerds. No, I like it. Man, talk about nerds. I like to have some nerds. I haven't had any nerds in a long time. I like grape and I like grape and like strawberry. Grape and I think grape. I know grape is one of them. I like cherry. I like the ones that when we got in it. Man, we had so much good candy in the 80s. Like there's still there's a lot of stuff now, but it's just getting like ridiculous. Like peanut covered peanut butter. It's like oh, it gets ridiculous. Reese's Pieces inside of Reese's Cups. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I can eat a Reese's Cup and throw some Reese's Pieces in. It's just, people, it's like all these gimmicks. You know what I mean? Gimmick. Anyway. That's just about we used to actually have. Oh, crap. You know what I forgot? I have to be on the 4th mouse. $125,000 for a pet? Well, I mean, I like collecting pets. That's one thing I do, but like, $125,000. Wait, why is this $125,000? This one not? That's not fair. Why's the woman one cheaper? What? I hate you can't see how big it is. I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty cool, but yeah, I'm going to bed. So see, I have to get all the way to here to get that artifact, and I already have like I've got this on my wizard because I've already done this. It's pretty crappy. It's pretty crappy to get pet. Like my wizard has so many pets on it. Like I only have I have like down to here my pets on my wizard. Like this is the one I just got from their event, so he's cool. He's like cosmic dog, so he kind of looks like space, the galaxy. I like dogs. The panda's cool too. The panda I really like. It's just cute. This one's pretty funny. I'll show y'all this one. Yeah. There's actually I can actually watch this. So I can actually have the pet. I can actually have the pet and the big. It's a pretty cool mount, like. But look, it's like two of them. Oh my lord, that's pretty funny. Anyway, eventually I'll go back to using different ones. But right now, still I love it. I mean, just because I like how he reminds me of the Hulk, and I like how big he is. It's like it's one of the biggest. Except this one might be a little. I'll show you one of the biggest. It's probably might be this one. Really? What?
I need you to give me. No, sir, I'm just talking. I'll wait for you.
Alright, I'll be in there now. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And the bear. I'll show you. Yeah, see, he's cute. I love that. I love panda bears. I love pandas. Like that. I love them. Let's see. I think I'm keeping them home for a while. He's fun. Like he'll roll over and play dead stuff and stuff. I can't believe I forgot about that. Like I forgot that I had to get to level 4. So my goodness, man, that sucks. So I'm gonna have to grind this out. So look how far I have to go, dude. It's basically 4 weeks. That is. It's 4 weeks. Because you can only get 100. See up top, you get 100 a week. But I'll get 50 mount upgrade tokens, which I do need on a few. But this is trash. This is trash. This, I don't care. Like, 100 res, yeah, that's good. 500 trade bars, that's good. But 100,000 Astro Diamonds? I got that the other day from a reward from doing a quest or a dungeon. Literally, I was like, what the crap? I re-rolled it. So that's not anything. That's stupid. I mean, it's don't get me wrong. I'll take it, but like this should be here. Even like this should actually be right here, and then the preservation rules should be here. And the trade bar should be here. That's how I see it as important. And then this should be right here. And the pet should be up here. Whatever. And see, I forgot that's how it is on these. I forgot you had to get to a certain place in the campaign. Like, even here. I'm actually getting close. I'm actually getting close to getting ahead.
Captain Yargo's gone
See, as soon as this starts over, I think I have a couple days left. I can get the head epic. That's the only thing I don't have. That's like I'll show you. Like the headpiece. That's the only thing. It's only 1900. Everything like this is the new stuff. 35, 50, 3700. This is whatever. But 35, 50. This is from the new place too. I switched this out because yeah, I don't have the matching ones, so I didn't.
These books will help us find the key there for me. Would you rather have a drink or be stuck here for weeks?
Yeah, this one's just better. You got accuracy, critical strike, blah 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 blah. Anyway, and I've got to get. This is going to stay 100%. This one I will use. This one not so much. I mean, I don't know. It's unbound, so I can sell this. So I'll probably sell this to help buy another. Like I can buy the. This right here. Placeholder. Well, it's an artifact that's really good. The egg.
There has to be a reason why this swamp is so unnaturally toxic.
See. Yeah, see, these are going down so much, dude. So, okay. So, see, I can sell this right now for $445. And what I might do, let's see how much. There it is. Yeah, see, I got this on my wizard filing because critical severity, accuracy, combat advantage. Like, it's not, it's for, I would never use this, like, as your, you have 4 artifacts and one that you use, but this has amazing stats. That's why you want this. That's why everything is 24, it's 2450. It goes up to, let's see, what is it? That's it. One of the highest, yeah. So what's item level 2600. So it's like that one I'm using. So yeah.
Some navigators landing us in the middle of a stinking swamp.
Two. Yeah, I can't see, what is it called again?
Would you rather have a drink
Armor.
or be stuck here for weeks?
Let's see how much it is. Okay, so the green. Oh wow, the green is 300,000.
Captain Yargo's got off somewhere.
Never mind. Yeah, I could do that. So it's because I don't have anything that's really
These books will help us find the key there for me.
pretty
Would you
good.
rather have a drink or be stuck here for weeks?
So so I need to get that egg one.
Sooner or later, your grog is going to run out. We need to figure out a way to find drinkable water for us before then.
What was this eagle with glass?
somewhere, so I'm in charge for now.
So like 40. Alright.
There has to be a reason why this swamp is so unnaturally toxic.
Captain Yargo's
Yeah.
gone off somewhere, so I'm in charge for now.
There has to be a
Mean to
reason
do that.
why this swamp is so unnaturally toxic.
The crew's working as hard as they can. We just don't have enough hands.
These books will help us find what we came here for. Would you rather have a drink or be stuck here for weeks?
With numbers comes strength. It's done? Oh, hi, adventurer. Another day? Well, another day. Yeah, the steward has a task for me to do. Of course, I can't do it on my own. I wish you'd just give me tasks I can do by myself. Maybe you could help me with it. I'd be grateful.
I think I'll put this. Can't decide if I don't want to shave my hair or let it grow out long again. So I had it down to here like about a year ago. I hadn't cut it in a year. Like, yeah, it's just, I have such thick hair, bro. People think I dye my hair. I'm like, no, this is natural. Like, my dad's hair is like snow white, but my mom's hair is red. And so I had like strawberry blonde hair until I turned like 30, like 40. Then it started turning like basically every year it just it's eventually going to turn white. That's a weird challenge. It is. Spell play chat rooms. No. That's tapes. That's it. That's what I said. Okay. I didn't realize this instantly heals hit points and removes any harmful damage effects. Awesome. Yeah. These sell for like 10,000. I've already got these. Got this. Got this. I got this. Got Cosmic Dog. I didn't get any of these because I do have this story, but I have this. This one's cool though. I like the color change. I appreciate everybody that has watched. God bless you guys. Like I said, being a Christian is not hard. It's just believing in Jesus as your Savior, trusting Him as your Lord and Savior. And you ask Him to forgive you and trusting Him, for everything. And I was like, did I get up? But that's how you're saved. So that's my main message here. Hopefully, I can show y'all over time that being a Christian it will change your life inside out. So I love all you guys, whether you're saved or not. I'm trying to do what God says for Christians to do, and then most of the people that people call Christians hypocrites, well, join the club. You can always use more. Everybody's a hypocrite. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, people think when you get saved, you're just automatically, everything's changed. You're just perfect. No, that's not how it works. So get that out of your head. You're going to still struggle, but God, that's the whole thing. God helps you with the struggle. You saying, get what I'm saying? Understand the words that are coming out of I need to get some bags, man. I don't have any bags on this character. What's this? What's this? Sure. Yeah, I definitely need to get a bag. Like, all my bags in my wizard was all 72s except one I had 62. I have all these bags are 72 bags like this one, which is not a big deal right now, but later, the more you play the game, it becomes Like, you know, see, right now I have plenty of room, but I'm running out of room with, like, stupid junk like this fireworks. Well, a lot of times I'll just sell this fireworks or just pick them up or, you know, the bank. Yeah, I can always bank some of this stuff, but I don't get rid of those yet, because that's still, right, let's get a tree. This, okay, yeah. Basically, whatever I basically try to keep it where whatever I might need to access first, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these are idle, basically. I don't ever use these unless I need to go to, like, I don't need to, sometimes I need to switch to, like, a certain, I might need to switch to this, or I might need to use a, you know, I use potion, or I can switch these, and actually these I can change. Yeah. But these are just pure mistakes. But a lot of times in the middle of a dungeon, I might, you know, I use, at the beginning of dungeons, I use all those potions, so that's why the potions are for, you know, these things, and then also potions, but then if for some reason I want to switch to a different set of armor, I do that. But here's my revolver. Yeah, so all these are like the defense, accuracy, combat advantage, hit points, critical strike, all kinds of stuff. Like, increase your power by 5% for 30 minutes, basically. Yeah, action points. I don't know. It's really action points. Oh, anyway, so it's weird. It's just stupid. I think that's about it. Sorry for whoever just joined. I'm just wrapping up, man. I've been playing for a couple, 4 or 5 hours. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm working on this. I got to get here. I'm just trying to get here so I can get the, you know, this right here, because it has good critical severity, accuracy, combat advantage, and it's a high item artifact. And I'm also working on red harvest stuff, but I have my weekly already done, so I've got to wait a couple days so that resets. So also, so I can get to this here, but I need to buy. I can't get any more. I literally only. I'm 30 short. So I need. This is the only thing I need, and then I have all. This is the gear I'm running right here, except for my arms. I did get that to drop, which is amazing. The prismatic, just the flex bracers. So that's awesome. Really good. And it dropped on my wizard. Like it dropped the pair from my wizard. Then I did it again, and it dropped the pair. It's the end boss for whatever the Pirate Skyhold dungeon is. That's where this comes from. Well, the prismatic one, the mythic one. It comes from one of the dungeons I was doing. The final boss. He always drops a thing every time. So I did it twice. I got one from my wizard and one from my rogue. And I was like, dang, I got one from my rogue. Then I thought, I was like, wait, I don't know. My wizard is my main, 115k. So basically, I just need to get. I need to get this one, like combat advantage. Man, I wish I had accuracy set up. If I had combat advantage accuracy, I would get this one. But I'm probably going to get that one. Well, I have critical stuff. So honestly, I'm probably gonna get, let's see, game 9 defense. Let's see, this one has for every 5-second comment you gain 900 critical salary. Yeah, this one same thing. I think like 35 seconds you comment you gain 1,300 critical salary and accuracy. This is what I'm getting. Yep, has critical has combat advantage, which I need, and it has critical severity and accuracy stats. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this one's one I thought I was not going to get at all. I thought I was going to get this one, critical strike, critical severity. But then I just realized this has combat advantage and a critical severity and accuracy boost down there. So that overall, see, this is defense right here. And this one is just critical severity and critical strike, basically. And I don't need control resistance and all that. But awareness, control bonus, combined rating, yes. I will definitely take that. I think y'all have combined rating, sex. But I don't care about outgoing healing. Control bonus, that's good. It helps not be awareness. I'm not sure exactly how awareness works. Because if you look at this game, like the stats. I mean, look at it. Look at this stuff. Look at this. And so that's why, to make it easy, that's why they have this like right here. These if you're any DPS character, these are the main ones you need to worry about. Like this, you want to have all these at 90 to 100% eventually. You see how far off I am, but I'm only 92k, so I still got 8,000 to 100. So basically, I have 33,000 item level go to be max item level, and by then I should have all these pretty much. So basically, you want to spread it out as much as possible, but you do want to have more power, critical severity, and then these three are kind of. It's according to what character you're playing too. Sometimes I don't know. Just as I was saying, if you want to make a character, just type in. If you want to play this game, the best thing you can do, it's so easy. Go to Aragon, ARAGON on YouTube and type in Aragon, Ranger, Barbarian. I'm doing a rogue build, DPS build, and you could decide if you want to go by his single target or his AOE damage. Like I'm playing as an AOE because there's always a lot of enemies, but I can still do a lot of single target damage to a boss because I'm not running it right now, but I have materia right here, which gives you 11% more damage versus bosses. So when I'm playing a dungeon, I'll put that on. Thanks. Yeah, put this bear down. Definitely I need to work on my power. And all that will come with this too. A lot of that will get boosted. It'll get boosted with these two things, and it'll get boosted with my headpiece I'm getting. It'll get boosted with when I get the rings from the new. These are basically rings from Pirate Skyhold. So, but they're good. 7,600 critical severity, and then fort critical severity, power. So these are good rings. For right now. Like I said, you grow your character over time. It's not. It takes months and months, probably a year or more. If you really work at it, a year. It takes probably a year to get your character at 125 like maxed out. I'm not even joking. It takes a lot. Now, unless you want to spend money, you can spend money and just skip a lot of. And I do. Sometimes I'll spend $20 here, $20 there, just to buy it. Because it gets so frustrating. Because mainly cold modes. That's what I buy when I spend money. Because that's what you need to upgrade at 100%. Like when you buy a cold mode, it'll make it 100%. So you can buy other modes that are cheap, that are 1% or 5%, but and I've had an upgrade. But when you get a cold mode 100%, it's awesome. You don't have to worry about wasting. So I need to get this done too. Which this is not really important right now because it's defense, and my defense is over 40%, which I don't really even care about, honestly. Good. Cut up my vocal strike. Fall down my power some, but that's whatever. I don't care. Actually, wait. Did that lower that as much as I was thinking? Far. 44. So actually combat advantage. I don't want to change that. Change it. I need to get deep throw, whatever it's called. I have it. It basically gives you up to 9% power. It's deep throw, hatchling, whatever it's called. I have it on 2 characters. I don't know this one. Increase you and your companion's power. Can I change it all? No. Not 3%. It's so weird figuring that out. Rating. I'm going to bed, guys. Good night. God bless. I'll be back tomorrow. Over with.